Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Glowing Card Gaming. I'm your host, always, as you know, Adam. Um, this is the picks and results show combination. It's Wednesday night, so this is generally when I'm hoping to do this show. Only, it's this will be the picks night. So I'm going to go ahead and do that video next, and we'll get this one out tonight. The picks I'll post tomorrow morning, so look for that. And then if it's not too late, I'll go ahead and stream some more Command and Conquer Red Alert. Since we want to get to all of that, maybe, let's get right to it. For week 4, the other thing I need to do, bear with me for just one moment, is I need to pull up my stats for the weekly picks so that I can continue to track my record week in and week out here. So, don't connect. I don't have a printer. It's trying to connect to a printer. All right, week 4. Why is this pulling up in? It's opening. I needed to open in Excel, not open Office. All right. Boy, I really was not prepared. Week 4. All right, here we go. We're going to fill in so I can keep track. And we're off to the races. So I have all the picks on my phone, and I have the scores here. So you're going to kind of real time watch this stuff with me. So, although the picks aren't necessarily in the order that they're on the screen. The first one is, though. So we had the Cowboys at the Giants, and I picked the Giants at +6. So you add 6 to 15, you get 21, and that is a win. So I start off nice with a win. And remember, these are the ones I kind of picked against what I thought the result should be, because I hadn't been doing that well, so I figured I'd just go opposite, and we'll see how we do. The next one I have is the Minnesota Vikings at the Green Bay Packers, and I picked Minnesota +2.5. So let's scroll down. Here we go. And the Vikings just win outright. That is awesome. That's what I call a win. So 2 for 2. Let's see. We got Carolina and the Bengals. And unfortunately, we're going to take the L here because I picked the Panthers +4.5. Both of these teams are bad. I figured, give me 4.5 on the coin toss. Didn't work out. Panthers and a loss. And both of them are 1-3 now. So the Panthers actually had a better record going into that game as well. So who knew? 2-1 so far for this week. The next one we have is the Denver Broncos at the New York Jets. And the plus-minus was 7.5. And I thought there's no way the Broncos are losing by 8. So I went ahead and picked the Broncos. And I watched this game, so I already know that is a win because it was 10-9. So Broncos win by 1. You add 7.5. They get it by 8.5. Not trying to brag. 3-1 so far for week 4. I have to scroll on my phone, so I'm kind of finding out in the same, almost real time. I know just a little bit before you guys. The next one I have is the Texans and Jaguars, and it's +/-7. And as bad as the Jaguars are, I thought I would take the Texans -7. and they won by 4. 4 minus 7 is a loss. So 3-2. All right, we're gonna turn it around. We're gonna do a little better here. Hopefully, we got Pittsburgh and the Colts, and right here in the middle of the screen, the plus minus is 1.5. And I actually took the Steelers at minus 1.5. They lose, so that is a loss. So now we're even, 3-3 for the week so far. So 6-14 going into the next game. Let's see what we got. We got the Falcons and Saints. We have the plus minus at 1.5. And I took the Saints at plus 1.5. And do we have it up here, or is it down there? We have it up here. Look at that. Saints lose by 2, add 1.5. They still lose by half a point. Ugh. That's like the 8th time that they really have pegged it. They are pretty close on most of these games. So unfortunately, I'm just picking on the wrong side. So that brings me to 3-4. Wow, can I at least go 500 this week? Let's see. I have the Eagles, Buccaneers next, and that's plus minus 2.5 in favor. Well, the Eagles are favored, but I figured I'd take the Bucks because the Eagles just, I don't know. There's something they haven't been quite as good. Let's see. And there we go. Buccaneers win by, what is that, 17? And they get 2.5 on top of that. So that is a win. So we have the Buccaneers. It's a win. So now we're 4-4 again. Hey, 500. Not too bad. Let's continue on. I have the Rams and the Bears. Bears are favored by 2.5. I took the Rams, and the Bears win by more than 2.5, so that is a loss. It really is not looking good here. The next game is the Commanders and the Cardinals. The Cardinals are favored by 3, so the Cardinals -3. I went ahead and took the Cardinals because the Washington Commanders seem to not be doing well right now. Unfortunately, the Commanders crushed them by 28, so that is a loss. And then we have the Patriots at the Niners. This is a plus minus 10. And I thought 10 is a lot. It's maybe too much. So I took the Patriots plus 10. Let's see. Niners crushed them by 17. Minus 10 is still a Niners victory and a loss for Adam. So I am officially 4-8 with no possibility of going 500 this week. I will continue to say that I am just like the Jim Cramer of picking football games against the spread. I just can't seem to get it right, no matter what I do. No matter the analytics, no matter, I'll flip it. I think this team's going to win, so I'll just pick this team. Or, turns out I should have just gone the other way. I would have done a lot better. Anyway, let's see if we can pick up a few wins and at least try and get back into the seasonal total and get ahead for that. Next, we have the Chargers and the Chiefs. And actually, I thought the Chargers would win this game outright, so I picked them. Fortunately, they got 8.5 on top. So you add 8.5 to 10, you get 18.5. That is a win, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have the Cleveland Browns at the Las Vegas Raiders. And I thought this was kind of a battle of last place teams, and I'm still thinking that's probably what we saw in that game. But I figured the Raiders always break me when I pick against them, so I did pick them at -1. 20 minus 1 is 19, still won by 3. That is a victory for yours truly. Does seem like I came back there, so I am. Oh, excuse me, I did miscount. I am 6-7. Not bad. Not bad overall for this week's picks. Now, we are starting to get in the bye week, so there are 2 fewer games every week right now. So we're going to, I think there are only 14. So that means if I pick, well, let's go through the rest of them. We got the Bills and the Ravens. Not a good one for me. I picked the Bills plus 2.5. The Ravens crushed them 35-10. So even with the 2.5, it's 12.5 to 35. Still a loss for me. So Bills and a loss. So that does, I think, finally put me out of reach. But we still have more games, so did I just miscalculate how many games there were for this week? Maybe the buys start this upcoming week. We have the Titans and Dolphins. And again, coin toss, and I thought the Dolphins would win, so I actually picked the Titans plus 1. Let's bring up the score. 31-12 plus 1, 32-12, and that is a win. So that brings my overall record to 7-8 for this week, which brings us to the final game, I believe. Yep. Seahawks and Lions. Do I pick correctly? Did I pick the Lions? And the answer is no. I did not pick the Lions. I picked the Seahawks plus 3.5. That gets them to 32.5. They still lose by 10. And unfortunately, that is a loss for me. So overall, still not too bad overall. 7-9 for this week. So that's okay. I can at least accept that and feel like I might actually be understanding which teams should win over the other, even with the spread. So moving forward, hopefully picking, I'll do better on the picks. So that is 7-9. But that brings me to an overall total. Here, I'm going to cut these and paste them down here so I have some room. Just fixing my information here. So the overall total now is 27. Hold on. Just trying to work through the spreadsheets here. Setting this up so that in the future it'll be a lot easier. I'll just put it in, done. Um, so currently I am 27 and 37, 10 picks under 500. So we'll see. Again, I actually am doing slightly better than the Colorado Rockies, at least in the percentage and the overall picks. So there's something to be said for that, I guess. So we're still going to try and climb out and get to that 500. So yeah, that is the results show for week 4. I'm gonna roll right into recording. I'll go ahead and post this one, but I'll go ahead and roll right into the next video of picking. So that should be coming out. I'll actually just post that tomorrow morning, so there'll be a little bit of delay on it. But look for that tomorrow. And as always, I'll see you again on Glowing Card Gaming, and be good to each other.